When did your parents realize their lazy kid was carrying them? I was eating breakfast when my mom walked up and slapped the cereal bowl right out of my hands. The bowl shattered on the floor, milk spraying everywhere. "Stop stealing our food, you mosquito," she screamed. "From now on, you buy your own groceries or you don't eat, period." I stared at her, shocked and covered in cold milk and Lucky Charms. For years, I'd been using my employee discount at grocery stores and paying for most of it with my own cash. I didn't think I'd ever need to tell them, but now, all of a sudden I'm a parasite, a freeloader. I kept my mouth shut, cleaned up the mess in silence. Then I went out, bought a few groceries for myself, kept every receipt, and labeled everything with my name. My parents smirked at each other over dinner that night, confident they'd finally save money without their thief bleeding them dry. When we went out to buy groceries, my parents acted arrogant, throwing expensive brands into the cart without looking at the price tags. Perrier sparkling water, truffle oil, Tide Pods. When they made it to the cashier and saw the huge $400 price, their smiles completely disappeared. "This place is price gouging," my dad yelled when he got home. "It never cost this much before," but it did. It's just they'd never actually done the shopping themselves. Even at other stores, they ended up buying pre-cut fruit for $30 when whole fruit was $5. Someone convinced them to buy organic water for $40, falling for the classic, "It's to keep you feeling young and take away all the back pain." They missed out on Tuesday senior discounts, missed every buy one get one sale, threw out receipts with $50 off coupons on the back, and bought things that wouldn't even work with our electric stove. By the end of the month, my parents had spent $2,500 on groceries just for the two of them, half of them rotting away because they didn't know what needed refrigeration and what didn't. It was sad. I honestly wanted to help them, but each time I tried to correct them, they yelled at me. "Now you want to help us? After we've just paid? After leeching off us? Okay, fine, I'm at peace. Have things your way." Soon, Thanksgiving arrived. I was in my room when I heard car doors slamming and guests pouring in. My aunt's voice carried through the walls, marveling at all the food, and my mom started bragging about how much they saved without having me around to drag them down. I heard chairs scraping the floor when everyone sat around the dinner table, while my mom proudly listed off everything she bought. $40 Heritage turkey, $60 honey glazed ham, Perrier water for everyone, truffle mashed potatoes, $30 pre-cut fruit tray. My aunt suddenly choked on her water. "$40 for a turkey? Are you insane? They're $12 at Kroger." My uncle jumped in. "$30 for cut fruit? You know they sell whole watermelons for $5, right?" The voices started overlapping. "You bought Perrier for Thanksgiving dinner? Truffle oil is a scam. It's not even real truffle. Why didn't you shop on Tuesday? Senior discount. There was a buy one, get one sale all week." I snuck down and sat on the stairs watching the commotion. My parents started trembling nervously at the sudden attack of advice, the same advice that I'd been telling them over the past month. My mom started crying that they didn't know any of that. How were they supposed to know? Nobody told them. My aunt looked confused. "Why didn't you ask your son for help? I text him every week before I shop." My uncle nodded. "Yeah, he always reminds me about the sales." My cousin added that I'd saved her hundreds with the cashback apps I'd recommended. My aunt's voice cut through the crowd. "And you called him a thief?" The room went silent. My mom sobbed that I never offered to help, and that's when I walked out with my phone already in hand, showing them the banking app with $15,000 in transfers, every grocery trip I'd paid for over 2 years, every receipt showing my employee discount that saved them $10,000 annually. Everyone stared at my parents while the $40 turkey sat there getting cold. My relatives left early, disgusted. The house emptied out except for the three of us, and all that expensive food nobody wanted to eat anymore. My parents sat at the table for a while, then my dad cleared his throat. "Look, we may have misunderstood the situation. Just go back to doing the shopping like before." Not an apology, just a command. "Sure," I said, $200 per trip, up front. My mom's face went red. "We're your parents." I shrugged and headed back to my room after making instant ramen. I thought I was a thief, wouldn't want to make you accomplices.